These two teams that played an epic region final here back in 2008 together again in Spokane.
If we have anything close to that, you better hang on. That was 98 to 87, and two greats. Candace Wiggins, 41. Christy Tolliver from Maryland, 35.
Perhaps we'll see some numbers from somebody out there tonight of a similar volume. Black jerseys for the lower-seeded Maryland. Stanford in their whites as the #1 seed here in Spokane.
Diamond Miller, long and athletic, takes the first attempt, Beth. Now there's 4 players that can shoot the 3 for Maryland.
Bottom of your screen, the Capital One starting lineups. Wilson and both Hulls, along with Cameron Brink and last year's Final Four MVP, Haley Jones, who was also this year's Pac-12 Player of the Year. She's been quiet so far through the first 2 rounds of the tournament. Let's see if she comes alive. Stanford may need more from her tonight.
You're going to watch a cadence on the offensive end that is pass, cut, the ball moves. They play through the elbows, which you call the pinch. We will reference that a lot tonight. And they are looking to post up Katie Benson as much as they can because she's the smallest player on the floor. And Maryland switches 1 through 5.
They get the turnover.
This is going to be a fun matchup to watch inside.
Blocked by Brink, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. As you check out the starting 5 for the Terps, Benson is the shooter you got to keep your eyes on. Wusu. Hull with the weak side rebound. Anna Wilson and now Jones will spot up and knock down the 3. She only made 5 baskets and scored 11 total points in their first 2 games of the tournament.
That's just her 10th 3 of the season. If she's knocking down 3s, that is trouble for Maryland. Another layer to the Haley Jones All-American candidacy.
She will start out defending Benson as well, the 3-point specialist. Miller has missed a couple of step backs. And it will stay with the Terps. Brenda Fries now in her 20th season, their 10th Sweet 16 appearance, their 5th time that they have come out west. They won out here in 2015. Looking for a 4th trip to the Final Four. They were the national champs in 2006 when they were still in the ACC.
And Brenda Fries will go about 7 deep. That's about how much she'll play. So we've seen substitutions early. Sellers and Mimi Collins on the floor.
Yeah, Shai Sellers, number 0, was the Big Ten 6th Man of the Year this season. Here's Miller. She had right knee soreness that cost her a lot of time early in the season. And they had Ashley Owusu with the ankle injury late in the season. As you see, the Naismith Hall of Famer and the winningest coach in women's basketball history, Tara Vanderveer, 36th season, seeking her 22nd trip to the Elite 8. She has 1,155 total wins, and she's close to 100 in the postseason. Miller, off-balance shot. She starts out the day 0 for 3.
Anytime you get to spend time with Tara Vanderveer at this point in her career, around this game is treasured time because she is such an excellent teacher and she is such a quality human being, and you learn something from her every time you're around her.
Maryland looking for its first bucket. They've missed their first 5 shots. Bibby drops it off inside, and rattling it in is Mimi Collins.
Both these teams play at an accelerated pace. They both look to push. Transition defense important for both teams.
Here's Belibi.
She's not a shooter from up there, but she is a driver.
Hull, Jones looking for another three, and she's got two in the first 3 minutes.
So now we got to go and look and see how many times in a game this season Haley Jones has hit 2 triples. That's usually not her game, but capable.
Making the adjustment here on the fly. Hull and Wilson, they've tried a couple of different players at the point. They'll actually share the duties of initiating the offense as Anna feeds Cameron Brink, and it's 8-2 Stanford. Miller in traffic draws the foul.
Great balance, good penetration to the baseline. Might require an adjustment in the scouting report, and then a nice backdoor cut by Cameron Brink. They run that Princeton and that Chin offense really well, and they share the ball. All 5 players for Stanford can handle on the top of the floor.
8 of the 9 regulars from their national championship team last year are back. The one loss was Kiana Williams. It was big early in the season. They had all kinds of turnover problems, and then they were using Hull at the point, Wilson at the point. They kind of share those duties.
Well, and part of the reason why they've won 22 in a row is because they haven't turned the ball over.
Yeah.
The last time they lost was against South Carolina back in December.
That was before Christmas. They ran the table in the Pac-12, won the championship going undefeated in the league and really untested. They were spectacular. Caesar Sportsbook and the ESPN BPI says they have the second best chance behind South Carolina to win the championship.
Well, the officials are calling a tight whistle early, so the players have to adjust. They're definitely not allowing, they're definitely cleaning up the freedom of movement. You know, they're not allowing a lot of contact off the ball. That means you better jump to the ball defensively. Yep, you got a player as a driver from the top.
They get the turnover. Miller. And now Reese. Angel, the 6'3" sophomore from Baltimore. She is one of the best offensive rebounders in the country. Got one there, had it stripped loose. Will stay at this end. Had 21 points in their second round win over Florida Gulf Coast. They're averaging 95 points per game through the first weekend. Shooting 55% from the floor and 47% from downtown as a team. As you look at the season for Angel. Averaging the double-double. Benson thought about the three, goes off the bounce, and the cold shooting continues. Maryland 1 for 9.
Well, I think Maryland needs to move the ball better. You know, they've got to go side to side and then go inside, look to penetrate. Try to get Stanford on a closeout so you can attack. Got to come with high hands on Haley Jones right now.
Steps through and lays it up and in. So she is definitely hunting her shot more today than she was last weekend.
Look how quickly Maryland strikes the other end.
Diamond Miller.
That's that transition defense, Beth. You score at the rim. Stanford's got to get back and load up. And the thing about Maryland is they love that transition three, and they throw that skip pass very well in transition to the three-point line.
Brink stripped away. Benson's got it. Running with Collins. Miller for three. Belibi on the glass. Oh, probes the baseline.
Boy, Haley Jones looks like she's on her game. Look at that pass.
Backdoor cut to Wilson. They are locked in early here in the first quarter.
That's why you got to jump to the ball and you got to expect help on that back cut.
Owusu, her first look, and she hits it. 6-foot junior out of Woodbridge, Virginia. 20-point games in both the first and second rounds for Maryland. Wilson steps behind the Beliebe screen. Offensive rebound, Brink. Good.
Well, I love the rhythm of the game. Look how fast both teams are attacking.
Stanford 6 of 8 here in the first quarter. Owusu. And a traveling violation called on Collins.
Haley Jones hit a couple of 3, sets up her ability to get to the paint. Stanford by 6. Well, Beth, when you have the offensive weapons that Stanford has, you're going to see their ability to go backdoor, and you've got to be able to help. This is just a great job, Haley Jones. You dribble at the defender freezes. Anna Wilson goes backdoor. Stanford has assisted 5 assists on 6 baskets to start the game.
They are shooting 75%. Maryland is shooting 25%. And that's your difference on the scoreboard. 14-8 card in front for a spot in the Elite Eight and a date Sunday night with the Texas Longhorns, the 2 seed.
Full court pressure off the timeout by Maryland. See, Brenda Freeze used to be all offense. Now this is a much better defensive team. You know, they have the ability to put some pressure on you, and they've got the ability to switch 1 through 5.
This is just the 3rd time this month that they have the same starting 5 together. And trying to figure some things out, but they don't have the answer right now for the Stanford offense. Fran Beliebe with 2 more. They're getting whatever they want at that end of the floor. Miller with the crossover, offensive foul.
See, when the ball gets stuck, Stanford can load to the ball with their defense. That's why it's important to keep moving. You can change the space and change the gaps on the floor. It's a push-off by Diamond Miller. Lexie Hull drawing the foul.
Hey, hold your spot.
10 points in the paint for Stanford. They've assisted on 6 of their 7 baskets. Here comes some pressure from Maryland. Wilson able to handle. Anna now in her 6th year. How about the resume with a national championship and 5 Pac-12 championships? Not sure you'll be able to match that in the post-pandemic era.
Right.
But what a career. Decided to come back this year, now playing in her 158th game for Stanford.
And yes, she is the sister of Russell Wilson, the new quarterback of the Denver Broncos.
Yes. Boy, that AFC West is going to be ridiculous. Beliebe, look out! A block! Will she go in for the dunk? Lays it over the front of the rim.
You notice I was giving you plenty of space on that one, just in case.
She dunked in the first round win over Montana State. Benson looked like was able to just get under her a little bit. But the Cardinal, boy, they're hot early.
I mean, this is a great play defensively. The block, and then she senses that there are footsteps. I think it's a good decision not to try to dunk it.
Terps staring at the 10-point deficit. Some cold shooting in the first quarter. Offensive rebound, Reese. Another one. And that's a held ball with the block. That's the 2nd for Cameron Brink. And they'll get possession. 6'4" sophomore out of Beaverton, Oregon. averaging a double-double through the first couple of rounds of the tournament. She had such an impressive regular season. A lot of folks thought she could have been the Pac-12 Player of the Year. There she goes, backdoor, assisted Haley Jones, and it won't go down. Second chance is good.
The size at the rim is impressive. The size on the perimeter is impressive for Stanford. This is what you call their big lineup with Anna Wilson on the floor.
Owusu, no.
I mean, she's the smallest player on their roster, I believe. But here's 6'1", Haley Jones handling out front, initiating, facilitating their sets.
They'll have a tough time hanging with the Cardinal if they're shooting 70%, which is the case right now. Benson gets the steal. Reese, a trip to the free throw line.
You know, Haley Jones, a high dribbler at 6'1", turns it over. And now the pace right now, Maryland can get to the free throw line.
Fouls on Lexie Hull as Jones checks out. And Angel Reese, a 67% free throw shooter, an AP third-team All-American this year. Led the league in rebounds and double-doubles. And that freebie will halt an 8-0 Stanford run.
She's really good defensively. She can block shots. She can switch and guard in their ball screen defense. She can guard point guards. She's got incredible length. Next year, I bet she develops a three-point shot so she can add the pick and pop to her game. I bet her brother Julian, who's on the Maryland men's team, can help her with that.
And Miller got a little handsy, and the foul on Diamond will be her second. And she will depart. She's been tremendously active in this first quarter, Debbie. Doesn't have the stats to show for it right now, as the Terps just cannot find the bottom of the net.
Well, a healthy Diamond is a high motor with great energy who can impact the game on both ends. Now she might have to sit for a little bit. Let's see how many possessions Brenda Fries can go. But you know what? Sellers has turned into a really good sub off the bench for her to impact the game. Number 0 in black.
Brink. Oh. Nice touch over Collins.
So they clear it out. They get it to the pinch. And Cameron Brink can make a play. She can go off the bounce to the rim. She has that high post shot. She also can create some space.
71% shooting in the quarter for Stanford. Shot clock winding down. Collins does not get it up. Oh, Cardinal, the number 1 seed, looking impressive in this first quarter.
Cameron Brink, the clear out, the pinch, off the bounce, bucket.
Thanks, Coach. Only 3 field goals for you in that first quarter. Is it something that Stanford is doing, or is there any adjustments that you can make to get a little bit more settled in this game?
We have to settle in. I mean, you can see the nerves right now and the anxiousness. And so, you know, a little bit of foul trouble, too, some adversity to have to work through.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Beth.
Thank you, Angel. The first quarter in the books, and it was a doozy for Stanford. They shoot 71%. And Haley Jones led the charge.
Well, she starts out knocking down a triple, and that sets up her ability to drive. She can catch and shoot. That's something she does not so often. As a matter of fact, the last time she had 2 threes in a game was in the last game, or in the Pac-12 tournament against Utah. But her ability to hit triples opens up her ability off the bounce. 3 for 4 with 8 points. And Stanford is 8 for 10 inside the three-point line in the first quarter.
So what's that? She had 6 threes the entire regular season, and now 5 in the postseason, including a couple here today. Brink also with 8 points. And as Angel referenced, just 3 baskets for Maryland. And Diamond Miller is sitting with 2 personal fouls as they go inside and Angel resits.
Good call by Brenda Fries coming off the timeout. Get the ball to Angel in the high post and let her go off her right hand to the bucket.
Sellers able to tie up Haley Jones. It will stay with Stanford.
And watch where Haley Jones puts the ball when she catches it. And Sellers anticipates, reaches in and ties it up.
Mid-range, short on the shot from Lexie Hull, who had that massive 36-point effort in their second round win, the career high for her.
Look at 6'3" Angel Reese handling like a guard up the floor. And you can rebound and get into your transition game quickly. It's a benefit.
Help defense comes. She spins through it and scores. So a couple buckets early in the second quarter for the Terps. Jones, short corner, the skip, and a jump. Blocked by Reese, got a piece of it. Jump had 7 threes in the regular season win for Stanford over Maryland, so she's on the scouting report.
Remember, these two teams met in November earlier in the year, and Maryland was not a complete team. Stanford was missing some of their players as well.
Brink got fouled.
Well, Brenda Fries thought Brink pushed before, and then you see the foul on Sellers. Cameron Brink has not been the best free throw shooter this season, but she has gotten better as the year has gone on. Just 60% for the 6'4" sophomore.
Now the foul problems mounting for Maryland. Now Shy Sellers, their bench spark, just picking up her second, so she and Miller with 2 each. And they don't have a ton of depth. They're only playing 7 regularly. Bibby. She's dangerous from beyond the three-point line as well. Reese got it.
Angel Reese starting to come alive offensively. Game slowed down a little bit here in the second quarter.
Jones, a 2-man game with Brink. Haley, I think she thought about passing when she got up in the air and put the shot up. They'll get another look. Hull, deep 3. And a good box out. Nope, not a good box out. They're going to call the foul on Reese, trying to keep Brink away from the basket.
That's a great matchup to keep your eye on. Brink gets inside position.
Yep.
Well, it just looked like she kind of lost her balance, honestly.
That's the first on Reese. Diamond Miller comes back into the game for Maryland. Wilson spins back to the baseline. Jones walked with it.
Oh, I thought she took 2 steps. I didn't think that was travel.
Looked like she kept her balance.
Looked like she was going down, but I thought she took 2 steps. 1, 2. Hate to take points off the board. For anybody, not just Stanford, anywhere in the women's game.
Benson, she has not gotten a clean look from beyond the arc. Bibby. Oh, Brink altered that shot.
Look at Brink run rim to rim.
That's 6'4". Getting up and down the floor, having an impact at both ends. She scored their last 6 points. She wants another look. And now she'll be called for the offensive foul, trying to get position on the block. Her first. As Tara looks on. They were winners here in Spokane in the regionals in 2008, 2011. Last year winning the national championship for the first time since 1992.
And Diamond Miller continues to struggle, but she's back on the floor with those 2 fouls, so she has to play smart on this end of the floor.
Alibi. Jones comes to help her out, under 10 on the shot clock. The defenders leave Haley. She'll try for three. Belibi got inside position and then blocked from behind by Miller. Jones. 8 points in that first quarter. They got up by as many as 12. Brink bumped and a blocking foul going to be called on Collins.
That's the danger and the versatility of this Stanford offense, that Cameron Brink can catch it in the high post. She can catch it on the block. She can make a play out of the short corner at 6'4".
You're going to say that was before the shot? Cameron's got a 20-point, 20-rebound game on the resume this year. Congratulations to one of the other one seeds. Aaliyah Boston had a 20-20 today, as South Carolina, the top seed in the Greensboro region, is on to the Elite Eight. Texas is there as well here in Spokane. 4 more games for you all day tomorrow, starting 11:30 a.m. Eastern.
I think Diamond's going to have to make a play for someone else right now instead of just shooting. I think she's going to have to get to the glass. She's 0 for 3 and outside the arc, 1 for 7 from the floor, and she doesn't have any rebounds.
Cameron Brink for 3.
Cameron Brink looking like an All-American here in the second quarter.
AP third-teamer this year. Haley Jones on the first team. Brink now 13 points and 7 rebounds already, and did she just pick up her second personal?
There's that unorthodox post play of Angel Reese. Keep in mind, she's a left-handed shooter, but she goes right and has that swooping shot as Cameron Brink takes a seat. She might have got the wind knocked out of her a little bit.
Yeah, she got hurt on the play. They'll take her right back into the VOM towards the locker room. Ashton Prechtel comes on.
Yeah, you just bring a 6'5" three-point shooter off the bench. That's just what Tara Vanderveer does.
That'll get Reese back to the free throw line. The NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Sweet 16 continues tonight on CBS and TBS. For more info, go to ncaa.com. I'm sure you've already heard by now the Peacocks on this National Peacock Day. Another stunner for St. Peter's. The 15 seed, the first time a 15 reaches the Elite Eight. They eliminate Purdue tonight.
Absolutely amazing. With 7'4" Zach Edey up front and 6'10" Travion Williams, and St. Peter's with no size. Guards, it's guards. It's all guards.
Guards, baby. 10 points, Stanford edge. The offensive numbers impressive during the season for Maryland. Not so much tonight, though, Debbie. It's been frustrating against this Stanford D.
Well, I think some of it is a quick shooting by Maryland and not moving the ball. You know, go inside out. Challenge their defense. Make them rotate. There, you go inside and out. You get a good look. Now you got to make it.
Good news for Stanford. Cameron Brink has come back out of the locker room onto the bench. Appeared to just get the wind knocked out of her. But Stanford just 1 for 9 in this second quarter, and a big swat for Angel Reese.
Angel Reese is active. She's all over the place right now. Transition defense for Stanford has been outstanding.
Reese on the drive, draws the foul.
Not only the block, but keeps it in play so they can transition the other way. Big time swat. Immediately looks up the floor.
And that's the second foul on Fran Belibi. She's about to come out.
I think this is one way that Maryland can dig back in this. It's only 10 points. It seems like it's more than that because they haven't shot it well.
They've given themselves a chance, right? I mean,
Yes.
they're doing it on the defensive end, just not at this end of the floor.
Got to get to the free throw line, maybe slow that game down a little bit for Stanford. You know, you can't stay the same rhythm the whole game. You have to be able to have the ability to change the ebb and flow of the game, and most teams can do that with their defense. Maryland can do it with their defense and with their offense. So can Stanford. You got two really good tacticians over there on the sideline.
You got 10 players on the floor that can score.
That's fun.
Everybody's
Fun
a
to
threat.
watch.
Yep. Backdoor cut, Hull. Oh, changed her shot in midair and hits it.
See, that's just good D, but better offense.
Lexie Hull assisted by Jones. Benson for 2. Just 6 field goals in the first half for a Maryland team that was averaging 95 last week. Hull open 3. So both sisters back-to-back buckets. Lacey knocks it down, and the Cardinal have their biggest lead. Timeout, Maryland.
Where you want to go is right in the slot. Good penetration and push. Good fill behind to the slot. Bucket for the Hulls.
Well, the Hull homecoming here in Spokane. Grandma, dad, sister, all in attendance watching Lexie and Lacey, who played their high school ball about 15 miles due east of Spokane Arena, and make combo on this bucket,
Well,
Debbie.
people are used to this right here. You're running the floor hard, and then here's the slot right here. It's one of the spots that you can find in transition. Anna Wilson stays lifted above the free throw line on the strong side, and then Lacey Hull steps into the vision of Lexie in the slot and knocks down another triple. 3 different players have made 4 threes for Stanford in the first half.
They starred for the Central Valley Bears. Last played here in high school, as Angel Gray reported, in the stinky sneaker game against University High. The football teams play for the Greasy Pig, Debbie. The soccer teams, the Muddy Cleat. And the wrestlers, it's the Battle of the Bone. Big rivalry here in Spokane. And what a night, what a weekend for them to come back and play in front of the home fans. The 2 seniors. Dad was a D3 All-American at Whitworth University, so it's a legacy basketball family.
Cool hat Dad's wearing.
That foul was on Lacey, and that's her second. So both sides with some foul issues.
Look at Anna Wilson, high hands on that defensive.
She's a former Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year.
Still no threes.
And a foul off the ball, too, on the weak side. And the frustration mounting for Maryland. Held to just 6 baskets here in the first half.
Really important 2 minutes right here for Maryland to keep this thing. If they can get it to single digits to go to the locker room, knowing how poorly they've played offensively.
Jones. Hull crashes, gets the offensive rebound. Well, the fact that Stanford is shooting only 20% in this quarter, an inability to pull away and put this thing out of reach. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. So big for them here as well if they can stretch it. Jones uses glass on the left side.
Good footwork inside.
Jump off the dribble, drops it off, and a foul inside. Iki Iriafen has come in.
You know what, Beth? It's so aggressive, right? Stanford, they move the ball. They know where their shots come from. They know the spots on the floor. Their spacing is really good.
Iki, the 6'3" freshman from LA. Connects on the first. And this is what we got coming up next weekend. April 1st, the semis. April 3rd, the national championship game. Stanford was there a year ago. 1-point wins for the first time in history. A 1-point win in the national semis and a 1-point win in the national championship game. They beat South Carolina and then Arizona.
Oh, that's
in the lane, Sellers.
Tough two by the freshman. Much better ball movement that possession.
Lexie Hull pulls up short and hits it.
Another tough two.
Owusu, just 2 points in the first half for Maryland, brings it across midcourt. Chloe Bibby.
Nice action by Brenda Fries. It's a screen by Collins and then a rescreen to open up Bibby. Keep the ball in the middle third against Stanford.
Shot clock off for Wilson. Under 10. They look a little confused on this set. And a foul called with 5.4 seconds to go. And free throws coming for Anna Wilson.
Katie Benson has done such a good job here on the top of the floor, and then Sellers tackles Wilson.
So Anna to the line, 67% free throw shooter. Cardinal are 4 of 4 here in this first half. Oh, Russell Wilson getting some photos done. Sister at the line.
Proud big brother.
That's pretty good stuff. You got a Super Bowl ring and a national championship ring in the house between the two. Is that bragging rights if she gets a second?
Yeah, I think so.
He's going to Denver where they've amped up their offense. Of course, so is everybody else in the AFC West. Owusu to beat the buzzer. Good.
Tara Vanderveer doesn't get upset very often, but she did not like that no call in front of her bench. She thought Owusu pushed off.
39-25 Stanford. Brink and Jones both in double digits. Angel Reese with 9 to lead Maryland. Let's get over to Angel.
Haley, let's talk about your hot offensive start. You were shooting 70% at one point in this ball game. What did you like about it, and how can you build on it in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I think my teammates were finding me in open spots, knocking down shots. I think everyone on the team is doing a good job, but if I'm hot, I'm going to keep shooting it, and our team knows find the hot hand.
Defensively, or is there anything that you're doing against Maryland that's stifling at this point?
Yeah, I think we're just playing really good scouting report. I think we're talking a lot on defense. We're getting boards, not a lot of second chance opportunities, and just communication is really key.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Beth, Deb.
14-point lead for the 1 seed here in the Spokane region. But after this short break, El, Monica, and Nikki in the Degree in the Studio. Welcome back to the NCAA Championship, presented by Capital One. This last basket that initially counted was then taken off the scoreboard. Owusu did not get the shot off in time. So 39-23, our score at the break. And a strong first half of play for the Stanford Cardinal. Beth Mowins, Debbie Antonelli, Angel Gray, Cam Brink, and Haley Jones actually matched Maryland scoring that first half.
I mean, they combined for 23 points. They were fantastic. They were getting offense wherever, whenever they wanted it. It started out with Haley Jones knocking down triples. Cameron Brink backdoor, playing through the pinch in the short corner, outside the arc, rebounding and getting extra possessions. Right now, the battle of the glass is plus 15 Stanford. And then Haley Jones sets up her ability to get in the paint because she knocks down her first 2 shots, which were threes. She's only done that one other time this season where she's made 2 threes, and only twice last year that she's had a game where she's had 2 triples. So that's not normally her thing, but boy, has she been carrying the hot hand for Stanford.
The first half stats brought to you by Geico, and a defensive effort as well. Maryland, the 6th highest scoring team in the country this year, held to just 8 baskets. They did not have a 3. And it was a frustrating first half shooting it for a Maryland side that has 5 starters averaging in double digits. They've got to try and crank it up in this second half. Otherwise, it will be an Elite 8 with the number 1 and the number 2 seeds here in Spokane. The Texas Longhorns, a winner earlier tonight, 66-63. After the Ohio State University, Joanne Allen Taylor led the way with 17. Vic Schaefer doing a little scouting right now of this Stanford-Maryland matchup. Let's send it down to Angel.
Well, Beth, I was able to catch up with Coach Freeze, and she said her message to her team was simple. Stop being intimidated. We are bigger and better than this. She said we have to continue to play our game and understand what got us here. She did believe that Stanford just dictated where they were going to be all over the floor. She said limiting them to 1 shot is huge for them. Minus 15s on the boards is something that they cannot allow. Look for that adjustment in the second half, ladies.
No, I think you got to play the game for each other right now. That means you got to cut hard. You got to screen hard. You got to run the floor hard. You got to communicate on defense. It's all the non-stat things for Brenda Freeze that might stimulate their poor shooting in the first half. This is a very good offensive team. They didn't show it in the first half, but they're certainly capable here in the second half. And all you want to do, Beth, is cut it in half by the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter to make it a workable margin.
Critical to stay on the floor as well. Miller and Reese have 2 fouls each for Maryland. Brink, Hull, and Beliebe 2 fouls each for Stanford to start out this third quarter. Brink able to bother another shot attempt. She's got a couple of blocks and at least twice as many.
So I want to see Angel go 2 hard dribbles to the middle and come back with her left. That's her go-to move. She keeps countering with her offhand.
Same starting 5 for the Cardinal. Lacey Hull and Lexie Hull. Wilson, and here's Haley Jones. Five on the shot clock. Wilson tried to pitch it to the corner, picked off by Chloe Bibby with Reese, Miller, Benson, and Owusu.
How about Bibby outletting to the 6'3 center? Well, that's going to be on Diamond Miller. She cannot catch a break tonight.
That is her 3rd.
That's a foul.
So she picks up a 3rd minute into this third quarter. Hull, ball fake, and missed the lay-in. See if Owusu can get something going. Real quiet so far tonight.
Well, she likes to go left, and Stanford has done a great job of taking away her ability to go left. It's KYP, baby. Know your personnel. You know Tara Vanderveer is going to devise some sort of scheme defensively to try to take away one of your strengths.
Reese and Bibby are the only Terps with more than 1 basket tonight. Brink, mid-range, good.
I mean, I like that Maryland sends Benson long every time to try to open up the top of the floor because you got to sprint to cover her. They just haven't been able to make enough plays in the middle third.
Diamond Miller with the basket.
And then you wonder if the Stanford depth eventually starts to wear down.
Miller taking the offensive foul and a push off on Cameron Brink. And that is her third.
Wow. Well, there didn't look like there was much to that either, but Tara Vanderveer is asking Cameron Brink, did you do it? No, of course she does. Nobody ever thinks they fouled.
That's always the answer. Maryland looking for a spark, anything to get them going. A step back three, and is that it from Miller? Showing the emotion again after the make. Hull, open look for three, and it's good. Miller off the cross, and she's bumped. That'll be a foul on Lexie Hull.
Watch the dribble penetration right here. Excuse me, that's the wrong play. That is Diamond Miller stepping back and knocking a three. That ball didn't even hit the rim.
And now Lexie Hull has picked up a third personal foul. So two Stanford starters are out right now. Miller continues to play for Maryland with three. Reese, bucket.
Maryland better keep their composure together here. I like a little bit of emotion, but you got to make sure you ward off foul trouble. I would look for Stanford to go back door because Maryland's starting to pick up their intensity a little bit defensively.
Beliebe. Bibby with the switch, takes Hull. Wilson, back to Hull, another three. Offensive rebound, Haley Jones, and is that going to be the fourth foul on Miller? It sure is.
Brenda Fries was looking for a jump ball.
Diamond Miller has not fouled out of a game all season. And she will depart with a fourth personal.
I mean, Haley Jones rips it. Maybe that's how they saw it as a foul. Otherwise, it looked like it might have been a jump ball on a 50-50 ball.
Haley Jones, big first quarter, one basket in the second quarter for Haley.
Brenda Fries keeping Diamond Miller in the game right here, like mentally off from the bench, because she might need her.
Beliebe for two. And they push it back up to a 16-point lead. 6 points, 5 rebounds for Fran, and a near dunk. Benson has not had a clean look from downtown. Bibby steps away. Well, somehow Hull got in there to get the rebound. She'll push it.
Stanford can play at a change of pace. Offensively, they can take some time. They're really doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Assisted on 10 of 18 buckets. Offensive rebound, Haley Jones, the only jersey near it. Gets the easy deuce, and they've matched their biggest lead.
Look at the high hands on the catch. Every catch, Stanford has the discipline defensively.
Hull will take it. Short. And this one will go to the Terrapins. Beliebe will take a break. Iriafen returns for Stanford. Collins is back out there for Maryland. Owusu can't connect on the three. The rebounding advantage is now 32 to 13 for the Card. Nice entry pass. Jones to Iriafen.
Just carving it up right now. Looking like a #1 seed out west. Looking like the defending champions.
Well, they came into Spokane, Debbie, knowing that they had already seen Maryland beat them during the regular season. Now are heading towards a possible showdown with Texas, a team that beat them back in November.
Because they turned it over 20 times, and this is a Stanford team that doesn't turn it over very much anymore. Nice feed inside, good finish around the rim. Stanford up 20.
Let's take a look at how Tara is achieving the impossible. Brought to you by Adidas. From the winningest men's coach all time last night to the winningest women's coach all time tonight. Impressive numbers for Tara and Coach K. And next year, she would be drawing ever closer to Krzyzewski as the all-time wins leader. She is approaching, actually, she has 97 NCAA tournament wins. Looking for 98. Coach K got his 100th last night.
Yeah, wow, what a game, right, against Texas Tech.
How about if he could go out with a trip to the Final Four for a swan song?
Be pretty cool.
Of course, the men have the big underdog, St. Peter's. The women, will we get one as well? Creighton right now leading Iowa State over on ESPN2, the 10 seed out of the Big East. Still a lot of time to go on that one. Diamond Miller in foul trouble for Maryland. Stanford has just been humming along at both ends of the floor.
Well, they take that all the way down to 1 on the shot clock. They get the shot they want, and now they get another fresh 20.
Jump. This is off glass. And very often going to be called for the foul. Well, you talk about Tara Vanderveer, though, Debbie. 36 years at Stanford, 43 years in coaching. That included a stint at Ohio State. She managed to coach the Buckeyes band into playing Hang On Sloopy for her earlier tonight.
She spent 7 years at Ohio State. She spent a year out here at Idaho.
Yeah, she got a gold medal with Team USA in 1996. It's been building for quite some time now towards a Stanford-South Carolina showdown, the top 2 seeds in the tournament. Carolina so far doing its part. They're in the region final in Greensboro. They are the last team to beat Stanford before Christmas. As the Cardinal looking tonight to extend a 22-game winning streak. That is the best active. The second best is the Texas Longhorns, who have won 14 in a row, and they are in the region final here in Spokane.
Well, I can tell you this right now. Vic Schaefer, the head coach at Texas, will not be sleeping tonight. He will be up, watching, working, knowing that his team already won against Stanford at Stanford. I did that game. They caused 20 turnovers. Stanford's not turning the ball over at that kind of clip. They were still figuring out who was going to facilitate on the top of the floor, minus Kiana Williams.
Well, it's been incredible for Vic. You know, of course, coming to Texas from Mississippi State, where they played in the national championship game twice. I believe the stat is it's a stretch of 5 years in a row with 2 different programs to the Elite 8.
That's impressive.
He said he loves the challenge of a one-game matchup in the NCAA tournament. We try and figure you out, you try and figure us out. Could be a handful with the 1 seed Cardinal.
Well, now that programs are starting to play, you know, in some MTEs in the offseason and play tougher non-conference schedules, you're starting to see teams play each other or see each other in the tournament. Obviously, we're seeing that here with Maryland and Stanford, and should this hold, we'd see it again with Texas.
We'll see it first thing tomorrow. NC State and Notre Dame in the Sweet 16. The Irish beat the 1 seed in Bridgeport earlier this year. UConn will be taking on Indiana in the other game. The Huskies, can they extend the remarkable run? 13 Final Fours in a row with 11 national championships on the resume.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
And one from Haley Jones with the assist.
It's almost an automatic indicator at some point. Stanford is going to run the elevator door screens for jump through the middle of the third, middle of the floor, right here. There's the elevator and then the slip. So well executed by Lexie Hull. They all know that's going to look good on film tomorrow. Or film tonight, maybe, for Tara Vanderveer. Could be tonight. Still early out here on the West Coast.
Wilson able to knock it loose. Here comes Stanford with numbers. Wilson to Iriafen. Good play by Benson to break it up.
There you go. Maryland's getting a little life right here. Every once in a while, they show signs of being able to make a run, and Diamond Miller's back on the floor.
Playing with 4 fouls, punched loose by Hull. Here comes Haley Jones. Jones will keep and score.
Good decision. The decision-making by Stanford has been really good.
And they've stretched it into their biggest lead of the night.
And the defense has been good.
Spectacular. Block shot there for Iriafen. They've held Maryland to just 28% shooting. Benson. Maryland now 1 for 11 from beyond the arc.
It's hard to simulate this Stanford length. And they just keep coming at you with depth and skill and specialists off the bench. Like Hannah Jump is a specialist. Ashton Prechtel, she is a specialist off the bench. I mean, Tara Vanderveer has incredible versatility and interchangeable parts.
Here's our NCAA Championship Sweet 16 matchups for Saturday. We'll start in Bridgeport at 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific. Irish and the Wolfpack, followed by the Hoosiers and the Huskies, and then to the Wichita Regional. Lady Vols and the #1 seed Cardinals, and then South Dakota and Michigan. They've gone to the fourth quarter in Greensboro tonight, and Creighton has the lead over Iowa State. The winner of that one will face the top seed South Carolina. Aaliyah Boston had a 20-20 game today as they edged North Carolina to advance.
Well, she's a candidate for National Player of the Year,
Yep.
and she's on the finalist list along with Elisa Cunane. The only 2 left remaining. Caitlin Clark is gone from the tournament, and Melissa Smith is gone from the tournament. Caitlin Clark, Iowa, Melissa Smith, Baylor.
They both got bounced in the second round. The upsets continue to grow in the women's game. The attendance continues to grow in the women's game. Those home courts for the first and second round, Debbie, the atmospheres were spectacular.
And you know why? Because the product is the
Yep.
narrative. The product is really good right now.
And oh, by the way, before you start harping about home court advantage, 5 of the seeds lost at home in front of big crowds, and 3 just barely survived. So that's half the games were tight.
Yeah, I like having first and second round games and on the home court of the top
Absolutely.
16, but of course I like an alternative to 4 regionals. Next year we'll go to 2. We'll see.
See how it works.
Ultimately, I want geography out, and I want a true S-curve because I think our coaches and our players deserve it. They've worked hard enough to earn it. We don't need geography.
Final seconds of the third. And Stanford, a healthy advantage into the fourth quarter, 10 minutes away from the Elite Eight. Haley Jones with the takeaway, going coast to coast.
Thanks. Well, Coach, your team completely dominated through the first 3 quarters. What impressed you, but what do you also want from them to finish this one out?
You know, I think a lot of different people are stepping up for it. Haley's having a great game. Lexie is doing really well. Anna Wilson's defense is phenomenal. Kiki came in and did a great job for us. We're counting on a lot. Cam, hope she can get back in. Lacey, we just need everyone to play well, handle the ball. Maryland's a great team. We know it's got 10 more minutes, and we're going to hope to get out and transition a little bit more.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Beth, back to you.
Thank you, Angel. And of course, we have 2 of the current championship head coaches with us tonight, Tara Vanderveer and Brenda Fries.
Brenda won the championship in 2006.
Tara,
You know, the
92, and then last year.
The under-over on Coach Vanderveer in these in-game interviews with how many names she can work in is like 5 or 6, right? But did she get 6 or 7 in that?
I think it was 6. That's a prop bet. It has been all Stanford right from the get-go tonight. Balanced attack on offense. Brink, Jones, and Lexie Hull all in double digits. They've dominated on the glass. And the defensive effort, terrific against one of the highest scoring teams in the country. They have shut down the Terp attack. Bibby?
Well, because Maryland hasn't been able to make any threes, the transition defense is back to the paint, and then you fan out. When Maryland is clicking and they're hot, you got to do it the other way. And because they haven't been able to shoot it well, Stanford's been able to load up to the ball in the paint.
Maryland will get it back. They've scored the last 8 points. A deficit that was as big as 26. Cut to 18. Cameron Brink showing us why she's a contender for National Defensive Player of the Year honor. She won it this year in the Pac-12.
Katie Benson, who is one of the best three-point shooters left in the tournament, is 0 for 1.
Now, they just have not been able to get anything going. Benson cold, Owusu just 1 for 7.
Okay, so
Miller only 30%.
It's 18, okay?
Yep.
You get 3 stops and 3 scores, and then you cut it in half.
Yep.
So the game's not over.
Nope. Owusu on the inbound, make it a 10-0 Maryland run. Some new life from the Terp bench and their fans. Hannah jump, deep 3, and that'll quiet them.
Wow. You talk about getting organized and getting your feet under your shoulders. Tara Vanderveer, we've had her a couple of times earlier in the year. She said nobody works harder than Hannah Jump. In the gym all the time.
Sellers will try and match it, and she's fouled by Jump. 3 free throws coming for Cheyenne.
This is a good way for Maryland. Stop the clock. Get a chance for 3 free throws. You get a piece of the paint and a kick, a late closeout. Got to have room for a shooter to come down.
Well, and Brenda sensing the moment too, Debbie. She will get Diamond Miller back in with 4 fouls. They need her energy. They need her leadership.
Well, they need her on the glass. She doesn't have any rebounds in the game, which is something that Diamond does really well.
Sellers misses the first. And the second. And the third.
And Sellers is 76%. You'd expect her to make at least 2.
And look at they've doubled him up on the glass. They've taken away the three-point shot.
What a hustle play. Oh my goodness, handed jump.
Nice play by Hull to knock it off the defender. Here comes Reese. So it's back to Reese and Miller together out there inside. Lexie Hull with the spin, knocked away by Sellers. Bibby tracks it down. Miller, oh, they had her in the trail. And Bibby will jack the three. Brink able to tip it away to Jones.
In and out. I mean, Maryland just can't seem to catch a break. They've got 8 total baskets in the game. Excuse me, 16 in the game. I'm sorry, looking at the half.
Brink, boy, she's able to keep another one alive. Those long arms. Ends up going out of bounds off of her. Tara and the staff, they do such a good job of getting them ready for the stretch run. Remember last year on the way to the championship, they ended the season with a 20-game winning streak. They've got a 22-game winning streak right now. Brink with another block. 7th of the game for the Cardinal. Jones working on Owusu.
Wow.
And working on the window.
What a beautiful play off the glass.
Reese and one, fouled by Brink. That will be the 4th on Cameron.
You get it to 18, and then jump hits the triple. Right, goes back to 21. 3 free throws. It just doesn't seem to be Maryland's night. And Stanford has a lot to do with it.
Brink heads to the sideline.
I don't know what Stanford doesn't have to win the title back-to-back. You know, the big question mark for them at the beginning of the year was, did they have enough point guard play to be able to facilitate, take care of pressure, all that. In this bracket, Texas is one of the best pressure teams left besides South Carolina, right? So Texas actually scheduling them early has helped Stanford because they've been able to solve that, right?
Yeah,
you put Tara Vanderveer in the classroom or in the lab, she's going to figure it out.
Angel Reese called the timeout, falling out of bounds. We'll take the break with him. Tonight's Capital One rewarding performance. And for the Cardinal, how about Lexie Hull doing it again?
Haley Jones is such a good passer on that backdoor cut. You dribble at the defense, and then you set up the cut. Then you slip right there, and another delivery to Hull, and then right to the shooting pocket, the skip over the top of the Maryland defense. What a tournament Lexie Hull is having in her homecoming tonight. This is her numbers, but she's coming off a 36-point game. She had 6 assists, she had 3 steals, 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was all over the place. Tips, steals, deflections.
In their NCAA tournament history, that's Wiggins territory. That's the Agwumake sisters. That's Jane Appel. All those guys putting up big numbers in postseason games. Block shot for Haley Jones. Their size has been a big issue tonight. Of course, you go back to Tara's first couple of championship teams with the Jennifer Azies and the Val Whitings,
Sonia
Katie
Henning.
Steddings. It has been a remarkable run on the farm.
Right now, Tara has concentrated some of her efforts in humanitarian relief for Ukraine. Very concerned about the issues over there. And she told us the story about when she was the Olympic coach, they were over there playing, and she said they were getting on the bus. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and there were these women just begging for whatever This is back in '96, you know, and she said the players would get off the bus and empty their suitcases, give them jackets, give them some money, whatever they had. So she's concentrating her efforts on trying to raise some money for a few causes over in Ukraine. She's gotten a couple of coaches to join her too. Nell Fortner has joined her. Dawn Staley has joined in.
Players are starting to get on board. Brianna Stewart. So a great effort by Tara to get that ball rolling.
Stanford grad and the great Washington Post columnist Sally Jenkins is involved.
Still coaching him up too, Debbie. She was a little fiery during that last time out. Wants to make sure her club finishes strong here.
Well, you don't want game slippage in a game like this, right? You want to make sure you're still executing at a high level.
Reese looking for a 3-ball. Bibby in the trail. And that's been the story of the game.
I mean, wide open, and Maryland has been this high-flying offense, and they just can't get on track.
Lexie Hull, baseline drive. Iriafen giving him some quality minutes. Jump around and out. And a foul over the back.
That's on Diamond, that's it.
And that will be number 5 on Diamond Miller. The junior from Somerset, New Jersey.
It's a tough one to go from that angle.
Well, she's one of the ones that fought through injury.
Yeah, she hasn't been 100% all year. You can see the frustration on Diamond. She cares.
11 points for her tonight. Lexie Hull slams into Benson.
We need a floor burn meter for Lexie Hull. How many times she hits the ground?
Well, she wears the knee pads, as do 4 of the players on the floor right now for Stanford. That's always a hustle giveaway. I mean, most of the players, even on the bench, wearing the knee pads. Nice wraparound pass, Reese and 1. And Lexie just picked up her 4th. Maryland still with some time and inching ever closer. Reese trying to lead a remarkable comeback. This is the 7th time that Spokane has hosted a regional. Some of the stars of Spokane over the years. Jackie Stiles, that legendary 2001 tournament. Candace Wiggins had 41 in a win over Maryland in the Elite 8 here. Laisha Clarendon got Cal to their first Final Four, and a few years ago, Arike Agumbawale was killer in the regional en route to the national championship for the Fighting Irish. Can somebody tonight or in the Elite 8 on Sunday night join that list of legends?
Hey, this game is to 13. Now, see if Maryland can get a couple of stops in a row here.
They have cut the deficit in half here in the 4th quarter.
It's exactly what you want to do with the time remaining. Without Diamond Miller with 5 fouls. She's out. Oh, nice post
Haley
up.
Jones fouled by Benson before the shot, so a couple of free throws coming for Haley, who is flirting with a triple-double tonight.
Brenda Fries is saying that foul was on the floor, and she's right. They're going to inbound it. So the shot clock goes back to 20.
That's the 3rd foul on the Terps. Haley, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. She's already got a triple-double this year, the first at Stanford in 20 seasons. Held ball will stay with the Cardinal.
This is getting a little interesting.
Inbound to Lexie Hull. Fouled.
Can you put some game pressure on Stanford?
Is that possible with all the veterans?
And it's not how many threes you make, Beth. It's when you make them. What if Maryland can knock down a couple of triples?
Coming up after the game, Sports Center with Michael Leaves and Zubin Mahenti. The road to the Final Four in Minneapolis continues. St. Peter's, we're in that Cinderella slipper. T-Wolves playing to get out of the play-in in the NBA. All coming up next on Sports Center on ESPN and the app. Angel Reese gets into Brink, who gets the block anyways.
I mean, Cameron Brink has such great timing. Look at Angel right here with a little crossover. See, this is where you got to go rim body ball. Okay, that means you got to protect the ball with your body between the ball and the rim.
That's her 5th block, and now Reese, relentless, draws the foul on Cameron.
Stop the
and
clock.
She has just fouled out for the Cardinal with 4:10 to go. So both sides lose a key cog. Reese hits the first. The Terps are 14 of 20 at the stripe as Cameron departs 15 points and 8 rebounds. Reese gets them both. Full court pressure. Well, they're getting a good look at what Texas would try and do to them if they reach the region final.
Yep, that's exactly right. Oh, keep the ball off the sideline. That's a jump ball.
And that will go to the Terps.
You got to keep the ball off the sideline. How about the D by Maryland? They're still alive.
They have held Stanford to just 2 buckets in this 4th quarter. And they have launched the comeback from down 26. Sellers mid-range, that's good. Inching ever closer, under 4 minutes to go. Haley Jones says, calm down, everybody.
Yep, make it pretty, not make it ugly. They want to go back to their rhythm and read.
Five on the shot clock. Jones. Short. Rebound Reese.
I'd run something for Benson.
Collins will try for 3. Not the shot that Maryland was looking for. Knowing who to get it to in crunch time, so critical. And a foul going to be called on Bibby.
I call it the 3 W's, Beth. Who to get it to, when, and where. Mimi Collins just excited about trying to help, you know? I mean, it's an 11-point game. She's only made 14 threes all year.
Got to find Bibby and Benson if that's what you're looking for.
Yep. That is what you're looking for.
Here's Anna Wilson at the line, the 6th-year senior. Also getting the photos. 1 and 2.
Anna Wilson's done a good job on Benson all night.
Sellers, good spin in the lane, gets it. Down to 10 points.
Keep it in the middle of the floor, off the sideline. Haley Jones is a high dribbler.
Shot clock's under 10. They reroute Lexie Hull, and they're going to have to hustle to get a shot up. Jones spinning. No good.
Oh,
And a
man.
foul called on Maryland on the rebound.
Wow. You played good D for 30 seconds. Oh, yeah, she's holding her. She hooked her.
Hooked Belibi's arm. And Fran will head to the line. Well, the men have their Cinderella in the Elite Eight, and so do the women, folks. Congratulations to the Creighton Blue Jays. A 10 seed is meeting South Carolina in the Elite Eight on Sunday night. They have knocked off Iowa State.
Creighton is a team that takes 27 threes a game, and they make 10 a game. That is a style that I'm not sure South Carolina has seen on their schedule this season, and they've played the hardest schedule all year. This should be really fun to watch that matchup in Greensboro with the #1 seed, South Carolina, and Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah, that'll be Sunday night, and our region final will also be Sunday night here in Spokane. Texas awaiting the winner of this one. Stanford was comfortably in front and cruising, and Maryland just kept sneaking up on them. It's a 10-point game with 2:06 to go. Diamond Miller is fouled out for Maryland. Cameron Brink has fouled out for Stanford. So they're checking on a foul
On
on
Sellers.
Sellers. Is it her fourth or her fifth?
The official came over and told us that the book has her with 5, but everyone else has her at 4. They're checking to see if there's where the discrepancy might lie. You're going to see on the rebound, Sellers, number 0, is going to hook Belibi and get called for the foul.
Well, what's unfortunate for Maryland is she didn't have to do it.
No.
Her teammate had the position inside Belibi.
Right. Yeah, that's a tough one because you've done a good job. You got the stop, down 10. What was a 26-point Stanford lead, and it looked like they were just going to go away with it. Welcome to March Madness. Creighton's going to the Elite Eight. And Maryland is still battling here with 2:06 to go.
Creighton's not going to be welcome in the great state of Iowa. They've now knocked out the Cyclones and the Hawkeyes. And the 10 seed will meet the 1 seed on ESPN Sunday night in Greensboro.
Look, Jim Flannery has been around the game a long time, the head coach at Creighton. Congratulations to him and his program.
And they made the plays, they made their free throws in late games, situations, and it looks like that is the 4th foul on Sellers. So she can stay. And now Belibi will head to the free throw line. Stanford tonight 9 of 11. Belibi 6 points, 6 boards. Encouraging news for the Terps. And Belibi hits the second. They can get it down to single digits. Reese Euros misses. Rebounds are missed. A second time. The kick out, Sellers for 3. In and out. And it will stay at this end.
What an effort by Maryland, right? I mean, what great resolve by Brenda Friese's team. Now we can review this.
Now they're going to check to see who it went out of bounds off of at the official's discretion here in the last 2 minutes.
All this stoppage of play and everything is better for Maryland. You know, Stanford wants the clock to go and get out of here.
The ruling on the floor is black. We're going to the monitor to make sure that is correct.
That angle there, it's off Believy. Let's see if we've got one that shows otherwise. Reese got a hand in there, but I couldn't tell if it redirected the ball. This will be a good one. Watch Reese's right hand. Oh, hard to tell. Call on the floor is Maryland basketball. I didn't see anything there to change.
No, I didn't either.
Change my mind.
I don't know if the rotation of the ball changes off the fingertips of Angel Reese, but I don't think there's enough there.
Right there, does it touch her hand? Because her hand is definitely more outstretched, but
I don't think the rotation of the ball looks like it changes.
.149 to go. Timeouts for both sides. Both are in the bonus. Possession arrow is
After review, the
pointing
play
at
stands.
Stanford, and the play will stand here,
Black
Maryland
ball.
basketball. So they will have another chance to get this down into single digits.
Okay, this is an opportunity here for Maryland to get a quick 2 or 3. I think they're going to get a 2.
It's a 14-4 run. They haven't been this close in the second half.
Oh, Angel was open. There she is.
Reese. Collins. That one's good for 2. And from a 26-point deficit down to 9.
Another stoppage. This helps Maryland get organized defensively.
I think they wanted to make sure that it wasn't a 3.
That's right.
And they are in agreement. It was a 2. And now maybe not in agreement.
Now they're going to take a look at it, make sure.
And is it a clock issue here?
And the standby official is over there to help as well. Well, it gives me a chance to tell you there's only 17 wood panels over there between the end line and the three-point line in the deep corner. So you want to make sure you don't step out of bounds over there. Your footwork changes a little bit. Maybe that's why Mimi Collins hit a 2 instead of a 3.
Get into Wilson. Jones. Back to Anna. And across the half-court line.
And this is where Anna Wilson has really grown during the season to manage on the top of the floor of their offense and handle under pressure.
Jones defended by Bibby. Shot clock. An issue. Haley Jones, tough turnaround. Maryland's got it.
Look how quickly Wilson finds Benson in traffic.
Benson, and the pass goes behind. Bibby and out of bounds. They turn it over with a minute to go. Well, at what point do you consider fouling here, Debbie?
I mean, I'd foul Haley Jones. She's not that great of a free throw shooter. She is.
They're down 3 possessions.
I know, you got it. I think you play it straight up like that. Try to get a steal, maybe get a trap.
Stanford has not made a basket in the last 6 minutes and 15 seconds. They've added points at the free throw line where they're 10 of 13 tonight. Lexie Hull is 3 for 3. The grad transfer from Harvard, Katie Benson. Are these the final moments of her Maryland career? The Mississippi State transfer, Chloe Bibby, maybe winding down. This is the first time in 4 years they did not have a piece of a Big Ten championship. They've had a strong run since joining the conference.
Well, they battled to the end, Beth. I mean, they have fought hard to the end of this game. And really, Brenda Fries, considering all the injuries, losing Faith Masonis, the COVID issues they had when they were in the Bahamas.
Lost her dad during the season.
Yeah, Diamond Miller wasn't 100% all year, and yes.
A lot of family here to support. Her mom, one of her brothers are here. And so it is shaping up to be the 1 seed and the 2 seed in the Spokane region. There's Brenda's boys. Husband Mark. Now there's her mom to the left. In and out. Timeout Maryland to advance.
Timeout Maryland.
Well, let's check out tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Orgain Protein. 16 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists for Haley Jones tonight.
She started off making a couple of threes, and that opened up her ability to drive, and she's such a good facilitator out of their Princeton principals offensively. He hit Lexie Hull on a few backdoor cuts tonight.
Yep. There's your folks. Monique and Patrick. Mom was a basketball player. And so was Dad in college. And they are inching closer to extending their stay in Spokane. Sellers to inbound, 32 seconds to go. Bibby for 3. Belibi with the rebound, taken away by Benson. Right back into Angel Reese. Gets the bucket.
Coach Vanderveer not trying to advance the ball, making her team handle under pressure right here. Going to get some good film for tomorrow, because this is what they're going to see against Texas.
Vic Schaefer's defense rock solid through their 14-game winning streak down the stretch. They haven't lost in a month. Stanford hasn't lost since before Christmas. And Haley Jones to the line. Another trip to the Elite Eight for Tara. It would be 22 times in 36 years.
Very impressive, remarkable. The all-time wins leader adds another one. I bet she can tell you about her first win, about her second, about her win number 1,500, or 150.
Foul with 11.1 seconds to go. Longtime assistant and former Cardinal Kate Pay alongside her. With Katie Stedding, another big-time grad, and Brittany Anderson on that coaching staff. And hands for a lot of the starters who are checking out, and a successful Hull homecoming to their native Spokane. Lexie and Lacey, 21 points, 10 boards. it ends up being a rough night, Debbie, for the Big Ten. They have 4 teams into the Sweet 16, and 2 of them fall here tonight at Spokane Arena. Ohio State ousted, and now Maryland on the brink. It also sets up a rematch. Stanford and Texas have seen each other before. Back on November 14th. Stanford, too many turnovers. A good start for the rookie Rory Harmon, 21 points.
0 turnovers in that game. And then Matharu had a huge fourth quarter off the bench for Vic Schaefer's team. There's a guy that his defense coming into today was 38.8, and he's a guy that cares about that decimal point, Beth, on his field goal percentage defense.
Pushing for 38.7. Reese hits a 3. Maryland keeps on firing away, but the deficit was too big to fully overcome. From 26 down, they got it to 6. But Stanford victorious, advancing to the Elite 8 again. One step closer to defending their national championship. Up next, Sports Center coming your way, and we'll see you back here in Spokane on Sunday night. Stanford and Texas.